Hello everyone and welcome to English Literature. Today we have poems from First Flight. Today's poem, How to Tell Wild Animals by Carolyn Wells. Before reading the poem, it is important to know about the poet, Carolyn Wells. Carolyn Wells was an American mystery author and poet. She was born on 18th June 1862 at New Jersey, United States. She died on 26th March 1942 at New York in the United States. Some of her books are The Clue, The Curved Blades, Deep Lake Mystery, The Gold Bags. Some quotes: "We should live and learn, but by the time we have learned, it's too late to live." Advice is one of those things it is far more blessed to give than to receive. Let's see the introduction. How to Tell Wild Animals was published in Carolyn Wells' collection of humorous verse. The poet here talks about some dangerous animals and suggests humorous ways to identify them. Let us go through the theme or the central idea of the poem. This poem describes several animal species that are considered dangerous in a weird and funny way. It brings the humorous exploration of animal characteristics and the enjoyment of learning about wildlife. It presents jokingly many ways to identify them and differentiate them from domestic animals. It speaks about their habits and natural habitats. This poem covers the jungles. Many animals that you find in the jungle, like lion, tiger, leopard, bear, chameleon, hyenas, and water animal like crocodiles. All these animals are in a way dangerous. They live in the jungle. Most of them they feed on animals. This poem covers how you see the animals around when you are in the jungle, what to do when you see the animals, and what you cannot do when you see the animals. And the descriptions are very funny. For example, you see it is said that a bear will hug you very hard. We all know bear is a dangerous animal. You can't go there and hug the bear simply. So the descriptions are funny. You read the poem and you will understand the number of animal species that are presented, how to identify each animal, and while reading you will find out some of the characteristics of the animals, what they eat and how do they hunt. Let's read the poem, How to Tell Wild Animals by Carolyn Wells. If ever you should go by chance to jungles in the east, and if there should to you advance a large and tawny beast, if he roars at you as you are dying, you'll know it is the Asian lion. Or if some time when roaming round, a noble wild beast greets you with black stripes on a yellow ground, just notice if he eats you. This simple rule may help you learn the Bengal tiger to discern. If strolling forth a beast you view, whose hide with spots is peppered, as soon as he has leapt on you, you'll know it is the leopard. 'Twill do no good to roar with pain, he'll only leap and leap again. If when you are walking round your yard, you meet a creature there who hugs you very, very hard, be sure it is a bear. If you have any doubts, I guess he'll give you just one more caress. Though to distinguish beasts of prey, a novice might not pass, the crocodile you always may tell from the hyena thus. Hyenas come with merry smiles, but if they weep, they're crocodiles. The true chameleon is small, a lizard sort of thing. He hasn't any ears at all and not a single wing. If there is nothing on the tree, 'tis the chameleon you see. Let's read the poem again. If ever you should go by chance to jungles in the east, and if there should to you advance a large and tawny beast, if he roars at you as you are dying, you'll know it is the Asian lion. Or if sometime when roaming round, a noble wild beast greets you with black stripes on a yellow ground, just notice if he eats you. This simple rule may help you learn the Bengal tiger to discern. If strolling forth a beast you view, whose hide with spots is peppered, as soon as he has leapt on you, you'll know it is the leopard. 'Twill do no good to roar with pain, he'll only leap and leap again. If when you are walking round your yard, you meet a creature there who hugs you very, very hard, be sure it is a bear. If you have any doubts, I guess he'll give you just one more caress. Though to distinguish beasts of prey, a novice might nonplus, the crocodile you always may tell from the hyena thus. Hyenas come with merry smiles, but if they weep, they're crocodiles. The true chameleon is small, a lizard sort of thing. He hasn't any ears at all and not a single wing. If there is nothing on the tree, 'tis the chameleon you see. Let's go through the explanation part of How to Tell Wild Animals by Carolyn Wells. If ever you should go by chance to jungles in the east, and if there should to you advance a large and tawny beast, if he roars at you as you are dying, you'll know it is the Asian lion. These are some of the characteristics of the Asian lion or the lion. For example, if you see the color, it is tawny, that is yellowish brown in color. And it says if you go to the east, you will find it in the jungles of the east. If you see it coming towards you, and it's a very large animal and it roars and the sound is so fearsome that it feels like killing you, then you know it is the lion, Asian lion. Now if you see in this stanza, children, let's see the rhyming pattern. Chance, advance. So you see chance rhymes with advance, east with beast, dine with lion. If you see here, the spelling of dine is different from that of dying. G is missing. This is only to maintain the rhythm, and it's a liberty taken by the poem. They can change spellings, and that is called poetic license. While talking about the rhyming scheme, it is A, B, A, B, C, C. Let's come to the second stanza where it is said about another animal. Or if sometime when roaming round a noble wild beast greets you with black stripes on a yellow ground, just notice if he eats you. This simple rule may help you learn the Bengal tiger to discern. So see here also the rhyming pattern, you see A, B, A, B, C, C. Now here he says if you go to the jungles and it's a noble beast, see, it's very ironic. It is given noble, but it's very dangerous. And how to identify? You will see black stripes on yellow ground. As you can see in the figure, it's a tiger. You have a yellow skin hide with black stripes. And he says, just notice how he eats you. That's just humorous. How can you notice an animal while he is eating? So it's just a touch of humor. And they say the simple rule, so the characteristics mentioned here will help you learn the Bengal tiger to discern. Discern is to identify or to know. Then let's see, if strolling forth a beast you view, whose hide with spots is peppered, as soon as he has leapt on you, you'll know it is the leopard. 'Twill do no good to roar with pain, he'll only leap and leap again. You see, it's an animal with spots on its body, and they attack jumping. Most animals, they jump on you when they attack, and it is said that when he jumps on you, you'll know it is the leopard. Here also we see the same rhyming pattern, A B C C. So the rhyming pattern is the same, and he says, see, there is a mark, if you have already marked, is the spelling of left. A is missing, and this is again the term poetic license. See, lep and lep again. So in this poem we have a number of poetic devices used. We'll see. For example, if you see the last line here, lep and lep again, it is alliteration. See, L sound gets repeated, and again repetition, the lep word gets repeated. So here when it talks about the leopard, it said it will be an animal with spots on its body. If when you are walking round your yard, you meet a creature there who hugs you very, very hard, be sure it is a bear. If you have any doubts, I guess he'll give you just one more caress. So here also see, it says when you are moving, most countries, the bear is a very common animal, and many a times if your house is near to a forest, you can see the animals there approaching. So they may be found in your yard also, and the bear, it is said to have a very dangerous hug. It holds you very tightly. It's a humorous way of saying that it's a bear which is very powerful, and you can find it in your yard or near your house. It's a creature. In this stanza it says, though to distinguish beasts of prey a novice might nonplus, the crocodile you always may tell from the hyena thus. Hyenas come with merry smiles, but if they weep, they're crocodiles. See, again the same rhyming pattern is followed, A B C C. It is said to distinguish beasts of prey. Beasts of prey is an animal that attacks and kills other animal and eats it. So a newcomer or a beginner, it may find difficult to distinguish between the two animals mentioned here, that is the crocodile and hyena. They say hyenas come with merry smiles, crocodiles they weep. Now the merry smile, it is very ironic, because hyenas, they are dangerous, carnivorous animal, and the sound they make, as lion makes the sound of a roar, so the sound made by hyenas, it's very loud and seems as if they are laughing. So it is called laughing, hyena laughing. But if they weep, they are crocodile. Again, when crocodiles attack and eat, there are tears. That is not due to emotion. The tears are due to physiological reaction, the jaw construction, the movement and all. So hyenas do not regret killing, and they do not enjoy killing, and crocodiles, they do not regret killing. Hyenas, they are carnivores by nature, they kill, they eat, and the sound they make, or the facial structure, that seems like as if they are laughing. Similarly, crocodiles, they do not weep for the prey. It is the physiological, the construction which makes it appear. So to distinguish them, hyenas come with merry smile, that is the face. If you look at that, it seems as if they are smiling or laughing, as you can see in the picture there. It is not that the hyena is laughing, hey, no, it's the face. Again, the crocodiles, they do not weep. It is the tears that roll down their eyes because of the construction. Next, the true chameleon is small, a lizard sort of thing. He hasn't any ears at all and not a single wing. If there is nothing on the tree, 'tis the chameleon you see. See, there is a picture given of a chameleon. It is said that it is a small animal like a lizard. He has got no wings and no ears. And a very important thing is mentioned, if there is nothing on the tree, it is the chameleon you see, which means it can camouflage. It can take the color of the surrounding. So when you see there is nothing, there is a chameleon. It is very ironic. You see nothing, but there is something. So chameleon, some of the characteristics mentioned are they are small, they have no wings, they have no ears, and they camouflage. So these are some of the animals. Throughout the poem you see the animals are personified. We have used he for the animals, third person. So this is all about the poem. Let's see some of the word meanings. First one, identify, which is to recognize. Advance means progress or move forward. Roars is to growl or snarl. Noble, magnificent or great. Notice, note, observe or see. Discern, to detect or identify. Strolling is walking forth, ahead or forward. Peppered is dotted or scattered. Leapt is jumped. Yard is a lawn or backyard or flower garden. Creature is an animal or being. Doubts is suspicious or uncertainties or hesitations. Caress is touch or hug or embrace. Distinguish is to differentiate or tell apart. Beast is an animal or creature. Novice is a beginner or learner or new. Nonplussed is puzzle or baffle. Thus is so or hence. Merry is happy or jolly. Weep is to cry or sob or moan. Sort means type or class. Let's take a look at the animal family. A group of lions is called a pride. The male is called a lion, female lioness, young ones cubs. A group of tigers is called an ambush or streak. The male tiger, female tigress, young ones cubs. A group of leopards is called a leap. The male is a leopard, female leopardess, young ones cubs. A group of bears is called a sloth or pack or mole or sleuth. The male one a boar, female sow, young ones cubs. A group of crocodiles is called busk if it is on land, and if the crocodiles are in water it's called a float. The male one is a bull crocodile, female is a cow, young ones hatchlings. A group of hyenas is called a clan or cackle. The male is called male, female a female, because there are no specific terms for these animals. The young ones are called cubs. A group of chameleon is called a camp or a lounge. Chameleon is found, it's a solitary animal, a general term for lizards. This camp and lounge is also used for lizards because chameleons are generally not found in groups. They are solitary creatures. They don't live in groups. So if someone doesn't live in a group, how can you name it? So as it is having the characteristics like a lizard, so the word camp is used for its group. So a group of chameleons is a camp or a lounge. The male is called again a male, the female is a female chameleon or hen chameleon. The young ones are hatchlings. Now let us see the summary of the poem. The poet Carolyn Wells describes the wild animals in humorous ways. First of all, she tells about the Asian lion and how you can identify it. She says, if you visit the jungles in the east and you find a large and tawny, it is yellowish brown animal, and when it roars so loud that you would die of fear, then you have seen an Asian lion. She first of all speaks about the Asian lion, which can be identified with its large size and tawny color, that is yellowish brown color, and the roar, the way it roars, it is so fearful that once you hear you will know it is the lion. Next she says about another animal. While wandering in the forest, we might come across a royal animal with black stripes on yellow skin. Further adding humor to the description, she continues to say that if this animal kills you and eats you, be sure it is the Bengal tiger. Secondly, she speaks about an animal with black stripes on yellow skin, that is a tiger. And humorously she describes how fatal it is. She says here, if you will only know it's a tiger when it kills you and eats you. The best way to identify is that it's an animal, though it is called a noble beast, it is dangerous. It is an animal with black stripes on yellow skin. Then she says, animal whose skin has a number of spots. She says, if we see the animal leap around and attack, it surely was a leopard. Crying in pain will not stop it from attacking us. So Carolyn Wells says, another animal which has a number of spots on its body and which attacks you by jumping. If you see it, be sure it is the leopard. While hunting you, it will jump on you and attack. If you cry in pain also, it won't stop attacking you. So the third animal is an animal with a number of spots on its body and is called a leopard. For the fourth animal, she says, if we come across an animal who hugs us tight enough to kill us, surely we have met the bear. For the fourth animal, she says it's an animal which hugs you or gives you a tight embrace, and the hug is so hard that it is enough to kill you. It's the bear. She talks about the hyenas which smile when it eats. She says if you see an animal that smiles when it's eating, it's a hyena. Then she says it's a crocodile if you see an animal weep when it attacks its prey. She has pointed towards a humorous way of distinguishing between the two animals. Finally, she speaks about the chameleon and how to identify it. It is like a lizard without any ears or wings. When we look at a branch and it seems empty, we find a chameleon, as it is very good at changing color as per the surroundings. Camouflage. So the chameleon, some characteristics, see, it can change color according to the surrounding. It can camouflage and mix with the environment, which makes it very difficult to identify whether it is there or not. So some animals here, let us see again. The Asian lion, an animal with large and yellowish brown skin. Bengal tiger, a big one, big in size with black stripes on yellow skin. Leopard skin with a number of spots and it jumps around. Fourth animal, bear, which holds you very tightly. Then hyenas, which smile when they eat. Then crocodiles, we weep when they attack its prey. Then comes the chameleon, which can camouflage very beautifully. It can take color of the surrounding, and it is a lizard type of a thing without ears or wings. These are the 7 animals mentioned by Carolyn Wells in this poem. Let's go through some of the literary devices used in the poem. First, let's see the rhyming scheme. It is A, B, A, B, C, C. When you go through the poem, you'll find words like chance, advance, east, beast, dine, line. Then we have alliteration, which is the repetition of consonant or consonant sounds within words in close proximity. For example, roaming round, see, the sound of R gets repeated. Your, yard, Y sound gets repeated. Very, very, the V sound gets repeated, and some other words are there. Allusion is reference to some famous thing, place or species of animal. For example, in this poem you find a reference to the Asian lion, the Bengal tiger. Poetic license, a liberty to the poet to change the spellings in order to create rhyme or rhythm in a poem. For example, in this poem you have seen the words like dine and left. The spellings are changed. Instead of writing D-Y-I-N-G, the poet has used D-Y-I-N. Instead of writing L-E-A-P-T, the poet has used L-E-P-T. So this is the freedom given to the poet and is called poetic license. Repetition is reuse of words or phrases within a text to create emphasis or rhythm. For example, the word lep, lep and lep again. Then while roaming round your yard. So round word, and there are many other words which are used again and again in the same stanza or in the poem. Personification is where inanimate things or animals are provided with human characteristics. Here you see all the animals there like lion, tiger, bear. They are the third person singular, he is used to address them. So, and again it is that crocodile weeps. How can a crocodile weep? It's an animal, so it's a characteristic. Weeping or crying, smiling, hyena, smile, all these characteristics are provided to animals, which makes them personified. Let's see. Assonance is the use of vowel sound, repetition of it. For example, meet a creature there. Here the sound of E gets repeated. The next example, you should go by chance, repetition of O sound. Then we have onomatopoeia, which is the words that imitate the sounds they describe. For example, in this poem you have roar. Some other examples like pitter patter to describe rain, then splish, splash for water. So in this poem it is roar. Metaphor, comparison without using the words like or as. Here crocodile tears, they represent false tears. Irony, when the opposite of what is expected happens. For example, bear will hug you very hard, give you one more caress. This bear's hugging and giving you one more caress, while actually this hugging and giving touch, soft touch, is meant for love and protection, but a bear's hug in reality could be deadly. This is very dangerous. Similarly, Bengal tiger is called a noble beast, when in reality it is too dangerous. So this is ironic. What you say and what the reality is, both are different. Enjambment is continuation of a sentence to the next line without any punctuation mark. So the sentence continues, okay, and there is no comma, no full stop or any pause, and it goes to the next line. In this poem you can see, and if there should to you advance a large and tawny beast. After the words you don't find any, see, after advance you don't get any pause. You jump altogether to the next line, which is a large and tawny beast. This is enjambment. Inversion, when you change the structure of a sentence. For example, instead of writing I eat mango, you write mango eat I, or eat I mango. So see, in this poem, if there should to you advance, the Bengal tiger to descend. These are some examples of inversion. Oxymoron is a juxtaposition of contradictory words. For example, noble beast. How can a good one become an animal? So one is called noble and the other is a beast. The words are brought together. Paradox is the juxtaposition of contradictory statements, not words. For example, if there is nothing on the tree, it is the chameleon you see. How? So see, first there is nothing, but again you see something. So these are the two statements which is contradictory. Imagery, using words to create visual image. Imagery is when you feel the thing to be in front of you. In this poem, for example, black stripes on yellow ground. So you can see it, the black stripes on yellow ground, you see it, you visualize it. Again, whose hide with spots is peppered. So the skin has spots. and it is scattered all over. So these things you can see in front of you. This is imagery. Some of the electronic devices are mentioned here. You can find some others too. If you want more, you can use the comment section. To get more such videos on lessons, like, subscribe and share. Thank you.